Hansi Flick did not cloak his frustration in euphemism. He used a line that will not be easy for any player to shrug off. Egos kill success. That blunt message landed in public after a 1-1 draw at Rayo Vallecano that on the score sheet looks like a respectable away point, but on the pitch felt like a warning light flashing red. Barcelona were rescued in Vallecas by a sequence of last-ditch saves from newcomer Joan Garcia, and without those interventions the narrative would already be angrier. Garcia's performance has been widely praised and was the crucial reason a loss didn't become the headline. The problem Flick pointed to is not merely the odd missed pass or a late positional error, it's a pattern. Defensive communication has been tested in the opening fixtures. The team's transitional moments occasionally leave space for opponents, and flashes of individual brilliance have not yet congealed into consistent dominance. On paper, the early results provide a cushion. Barcelona have collected points and are not in free fall, but the pictures from the games show recurring moments that could, if uncorrected, compound into real damage as tougher runs arrive on the calendar. Public calls out from a coach are always combustible. They can prompt instant soul-searching and tighter unity, or they can feed locker room chatter and defensive reaction. Flick seems to have chosen the shock route, an attempt to force attention and demand accountability, and that means responsibility now sits on a few different shoulders. The most obvious is leadership on the pitch, players who can hold teammates to standards in the heat of games and calm things down when structure breaks down. If leaders step up, the public punctuation may be a reset. If they don't, the comment will be remembered as the moment pressure began to peel layers from the squad. The goalkeeper's heroics in Vallecas illustrated another uncomfortable truth. A string of spectacular saves can paper over system. Failures for a single match, but you cannot build a season on repeat heroics. When a team needs its keeper to bail it out, it removes the margin for error in tighter fixtures against teams who punish those lapses. Offensively, Barcelona have had moments of invention and individual skill, but the cutting ruthlessness, the clinical final action, and the consistent pressing that turns chances into goals has not yet become a stable habit across 90 minutes. That inconsistency is exactly the kind of thing Flick's words sought to address, the coach's warning that personal spotlight chasing cannot replace the grind of collective standards. The human responses so far have been mixed. Some senior players have tried to smooth things publicly, insisting the group shares the same objectives. A few younger stars have emphasized personal ambition, saying big goals are part of their motivation. Lamine Yamal and others have downplayed the idea that egos will derail the season. The reaction so far suggests confidence rather than panic. But confidence and focus are not the same thing. Words of reassurance matter far less than tightened habits in training and better clarity of roles in matches. So what would a credible response look like? Practically, it means simplifying the defensive structure, rehearsing transition scenarios until actions become instinctive, and demanding from attackers a renewed obsession with pressing and finishing. Psychologically, it means on-field leadership, players who offer immediate correction, who accept responsibility in the wake of mistakes, and who model the daily standards Flick wants. If the group absorbs the message and converts it into collective work, the coach's phrase will be a quotable spark that galvanized a title defense. If they treat it as a sniping moment, the locker room chatter will grow louder and rivals will smell instability. For neutral viewers, the drama is irresistible. Champions exposed always make for compelling storylines. For Barcelona, the choice is straightforward and urgent. Accept the wake-up call, bury the ego, and let performance answer the critic. The next set of fixtures will show whether Flick's public ultimatum was the necessary prod that united a team used to winning, or whether it marks the first public sign that a campaign needs urgent repair. Either way, the stakes are high, and the answer will arrive on the pitch, not in the press